Hello everybody, Miss Elanna Michelle is with me today and she's dressed up like a fairy princess. Wanted to show her off in her wings that I got her at the Dollar Tree and to talk with you a little bit about the doll that I'm getting ready to work on right now. This is the doll that is going to be my nephew's the one in honor of my nephew, Dragon Baby. And it looks a lot like him, I think. There he is. So, he was such a happy baby. Just love that. And this is one of the little doll heads that I'm practicing on to get the coloring right for Dragon Baby. So you can see the difference in the size of a Barbie doll head and a reborn head. And they're actually fairly close in coloring. This one's a little slightly darker. But the reason that I started working with these heads to get the skin tones right before I even start working on the bigger heads is that if I make a mistake on one of these, it shows up real quick. And it's easier for me to take it off with fingernail polish remover or other paint remover and start over. Whereas with the larger size baby doll heads, it's more of a hassle. You know, if you make a mistake, you've got to clean out the whole area and start again. And or you end up with something that's rather splotchy looking. And I want my baby dolls to look just right, and I want the skin coloring and the way it feels to be just right when I finish. So, working with the smaller heads, I can make sure that I've got the paint the right thinness. I can make sure it's the right shades that I'm working with. And so, you know, that little extra time I take ahead of time to do that, to make sure the coloring is right, it made a lot of difference in the doll that I made for Kaylee, and is going to make a lot of difference in this doll and for the doll I'm making for Mark and Katie. So, and with that being said, I have my Patreon page and my PayPal account linked up now so that I'm ready to start having patrons. It should be launched by now. So you can get to the public page immediately, but then if you want to see the premium stuff, then you've got to be a patron. And there's 3 tiers, $5 to $25, I think. It's $5, $15, $25 is what the tiers are. And I'm having it set up for by the month, rather than you have to pay it every time that you see things. That's it's, you know, it's what I would want to do. I couldn't afford to pay every single time I view a page, to pay $5 or $10 or $25. I'm not that rich. And most of the people I know are not that rich. So if I do it like $5, $15 or $25 a month, then most everybody can afford that. And that's just the way it is. Anybody that wants to know my PayPal account information to make a payment for a doll or a painting that I've done, all you have to do is email me or send me a letter. to my post office box, and I'll get it to you. I don't want to put it in the description below because I really just don't want to see it get hacked. That's got it's linked into my bank account. So, you know, I don't want my bank account hacked into. So, in as much as I can make security, then I'm doing that this way. Okay, everybody knows about the coronavirus and how bad it is. People my age and older are really having to be more careful about being exposed because it is hitting the elderly and the immune compromised much harder than it is younger people. Very few children are actually getting it, and very few adults up to the age of, I think they were saying about 40, 45, you start getting hit with it. It starts kicking your butt. And the older you get, the harder it's going to kick your butt. So, taking the precautions as the CDC recommends, and I'm staying at home except to go to the post office. And when I go to the post office, I'm not really going to encounter very many people because I'm just going to check my post office box and leave. Unless I've got like a package or something and I have to go to the desk and ask about that. So, but yeah, I'm not going to be around a lot of people when we need to get groceries done. My boyfriend is going to get the groceries. And if it ends up being a mandatory lockdown of the city, we'll just order stuff from, you know, our groceries from Amazon and have them delivered. We can take care of ourselves that way. We're stocking up a little bit on groceries, you know, just in case. We're having a little bit extra each time we go. We're adding a little bit to the emergency supplies. Which had inroads gotten into whenever he had to stay home because of being sick. When he had the shingles, ate up all that we had because he couldn't go to work. So now we're building it back up, and we've been building it back up a little bit at a time. But we're not doing the panic buying. And he told me at work that they're having shortages of some things, and you know, like toilet paper and hand sanitizer and that thing. They've already got shortages of that, and we're seeing the same thing at the grocery stores. There was a lot of panic buying. People stocking up with a whole bunch of everything. You just need 2 weeks worth. You know, get one great big huge thing of toilet paper. A 24-roll toilet paper lasts us like a month. You know, so or better. So you look at the size of your family and you get what you need for your family. And you don't try to have 3 months worth of supplies for what you're probably only going to be, if you self-isolate, it's only going to be 2 weeks that you're going to have to do it. So, 2 weeks or so that the lockdown will last. It's not going to last forever. Everybody needs to have common sense about it. Yes, the coronavirus is a serious illness. Yes, it is in the same family as the flu and SARS and MRSA. are two strains of it. One strain is only about 3.5% of the people that get it are going to die. And maybe another 10% are going to be hospitalized and in ICU. Another 10% after that's going to have, pretty severe. But then 80% of the population is either not even going to get it, or they'll have very mild symptoms. Like the flu. More people die every year from the flu. So, yes, the one strain, the milder strain of it, more people will die of the flu than of the milder strain of COVID-19. But this other strain has up to a 30% death rate, and that's the strain that hit Italy and Iran. They just really have a lot of people dying. And they locked the entire country of Italy down now. So if somebody's over in Italy, they're stuck until this thing runs its course. In Iran, they've got certain provinces are locked down to where if you don't live in that province, you can't go in there. They've got guards that will turn you back. So, the people are being very, very common sense about not allowing it to be spread. So if they'll send you back home if you go up towards, one of the provinces where there's sickness, you won't even be able to get in. You can't travel between the provinces where that's at. They're handling it properly. Japan has several cases of it. Taiwan, Singapore, Hong Kong, they all have cases of it. All of Europe now has the coronavirus. There's parts of South America and a lot of Africa that now has the coronavirus. It's in almost every country of the world. And it's getting to the point that they're calling it a pandemic because enough people are dying from it. It's community spread. It's very easily spread. It's spread as easy as the flu is. And on a metal surface, it will last something like 12 hours on a metal surface. On cloth, thankfully, you wash your clothes and that'll kill it. You sneeze or you cough. Without any wind, it's going to be 10 feet before the drops fall to the ground and are no longer a threat to you breathing it in. But you'll be walking on it. Getting out in the sunlight and walking around in the sunshine helps keep you healthier because you get vitamin D from the sun. And vitamin D is going to help you fight it off. Eating fruits and drinking orange juice. Taking vitamin C drops. Or drinking emergency. Things like that. That's going to help. Just, do your normal. Be careful careful, and don't be unnecessarily exposed to the coronavirus. If you do get sick, stay home. Don't spread it around. Self-isolate. We'll get through this. We've survived so many other epidemics and diseases that everybody freaked out over. We've survived them all. We'll survive this too. And I want everybody to stay healthy and safe. And I love you all. And thank you so much for watching. My email is in the description below. NorwoodPatricia48@gmail.com. My Patreon page is in the description below. And I'll be talking at you a little bit later. If you liked what you saw, then like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and leave me a comment to let me know you watched. And y'all have a blessed day now. Bye-bye.